Hey guys, it's your boy back again, and I'm here to bring you the top 5 underrated players that I believe are in Madden 19. This is just from the ratings they've released so far, but at number 5 I have Kareem Hunt. They gave him an 89 overall. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's high for a rookie coming off his first year, but when you got people like Alvin Kamara, and I'm not saying Alvin Kamara is bad, I'm just saying Kareem Hunt led the league with over 1,300 rushing yards. He led the league in rushing yard. He had a 4.9 average per carry. He had 8 touchdowns, 53 receptions, 455 yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns. And don't even, who knows what would happen. The Chiefs kind of stopped running him, which was surprising. Like, towards the end of the year, the Chiefs was only running him 10 to 12 times a game and letting Alex Smith pass a lot, but I was just saying 89 overall. I mean, that's a decent stat, but I just think he should be in the 90s range if Alvin Kamara is in the 90s range as well, because he did lead the league in rushing, and I kind of think he got robbed for Rookie of the Year, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. But I think he is the 5th underrated player for Madden 19. Alright, moving on to the next player. Alright, our 4th underranked player here is going to be Darius Slay. I mean, they gave him decent speed at 91 overall, but they really did him dirty with that freaking man coverage rating. They gave him a man coverage only about 89, so last year he had 60 tackles alone, so that alone for a cornerback is pretty good, but he had 8 interceptions. I mean, are you freaking serious? He had 8 interceptions, bro. Like, he's just nasty with it, you know? He does it. He said if you want to be good, you got to get picks, and he went out to go get picks, but his rating is only a 91, and I'm really surprised about that. I'm not sure. As you can see here, he does have a high zone coverage, but his man coverage is only 89. So what's the deal with that? But he has 60 tackles, so he's pretty much, I mean, I feel like he should be a 94-ish, 95 corner. 91 is a bit low, and I mean, definitely low. I would definitely say it is low. Let me know if you guys think it is also low. But he is my 4th underranked player. I believe he should be a 94 or 95. But let me know what you guys think. And moving on to the next player. Hey guys, we're back with our 3rd underrated player here in this series. It is going to be CJ Mosley. I think he's underrated for the Baltimore Ravens. He had a pretty decent year last year. He had 136 tackles, 2 picks, but I don't get how they're going to give him an 84 overall, because he made some pretty good plays for Baltimore last year. He made some good tackles. Definitely a freak athlete in Baltimore. At the middle linebacker position, he can make picks. I'd say, I mean, he is a tier below Luke Kuechly and Bobby Wagner, but he's not an 84 overall. They're like 98s. He's high 80s, low 90s, I would say they should have gave him. And then in 2016, he had 4 picks, 92 tackles. So his picks went down too, but his tackles went up a lot. So I don't really get how he only has an 84 overall. Let me know what you guys think, though, about him. But I think he should be rated about 89, 90-ish in that rating. So let me know what you guys think, and we're moving on to the 2nd underrated player. Alright, the 2nd underrated player for me is really a no-brainer, and it's Todd Gurley. I mean, what else does he have to do to prove? I mean, he definitely should have been a 99 overall, I believe. After the year he had last year, that was just insane. I mean, over 1,300 rushing yards. He would have had the title, but he did not play the last game. 4.7 average, 13 rushing touchdowns. I mean, the dude's a freak. He can hurdle a mile, bro. Like, he'll hurdle you anywhere. He had 64 receptions, 788 yards. That's receiving yards. He had more yards than some receivers. 6 receiving touchdowns, 12.3 average for receiving. But the thing I had circled that separates him from a lot of the running backs is his acceleration factor. Once he gets the ball in his hand, it's just like he's gone. I mean, like you seen it when he did it against Seattle. He just flew by him. So I don't get how they can only give him a 92 overall, and his speed isn't real good for what he proved last year. I think he proved last year to maybe have like a 97-ish acceleration, but that's what I think about the number 2. Now moving on to my number 1. And here is our first underrated player. It's going to be Chandler Jones. He's a right outside linebacker / right end. He'll play both. He's only an 89 overall, which I don't get. And before I get into it, this is what makes it even more impressive. He's going against those pass blocking left tackles. Like there was a play from last year where he just destroys Andrew Whitworth for the Rams. So 2017, he led the league with 17 sacks. Over the last 3 years, he leads the league in sacks. So has the most sacks over the last 3 years. These are also the stats he has over the last 3 years. Over the last 3 years, he has 10 forced fumbles. 2016, he had 12.5 sacks. 2015, he had 11. And then 2017, he had 17 sacks. So he has got to be ranked higher because, I mean, come on. His finesse move isn't even that high. He'll play even zone coverage for you sometimes. He can hit hard. I mean, around the edge. He has one of the best, like, just stiff arm moves I've ever seen. He needs to be an elite pass rusher. As of right now, his ranking means he's pretty much a tier below elite. They need to rank him, I'd say, a 95, 96 range. I mean, he led the league with 17 sacks, and he leads it over 3 years, 10 forced fumbles over the last 3 years. I think that very well deserves it. But that's going to do it for my underrated players. If you guys are enjoying, let me know in the comments or hit that sub button. And I'm going to be doing an overrated players series next. So let me know what you guys thought about this series and about my number 1 underrated player. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.